Hi friends, Ryan here with Ryan's Candles and Crafts. Today we're going to be making our fall candles for the RPT Candle Company. Before we go ahead and get started, why don't you go ahead and subscribe and like the video and hit the notification bell to get notified when we upload videos. We're going to be doing a few of these here over the course of the candle season. Really hope you guys enjoy the process of how we make our candles here for the RPT Candle Company. But also, if you want to get into candle making yourself, here's a little tips and tricks on how I do mine. So the first thing that I do is obviously I go through, I get all of my supplies together, get everything out that I need. And then as you can see here, I have started spraying down the containers, spraying them down with rubbing alcohol, 90%-ish or something like that. The rubbing alcohol actually cleans and dries out the jars on the inside, helps get rid of any debris. It allows for great jar adhesion for the wax, and it also allows me to secure the wicks themselves to the glass really well when it comes to the glue that I use. Today I'm going to be doing about 18 candles total. I kind of forgot at one point that I needed to add 6 others because I had 12 in there, but then I added 6 more. It's going to be 6 pumpkin harvest, 6 apple harvest, and our newest scent, 6 gingerbread cookie candles. What I'm getting out here right now is actually a wick centering tool that I got from Norden Candle Supply. I will put a link in the description down below for them. I highly recommend this. They go through, I believe that these are 3D printed, and they are very specific to each and every single type of candle jar that is out there on the market. You choose the supplier, the jar itself, and they go through and print that out and send it to you. It is well worth the money. As you can see now, I am using hot glue when it comes to securing the wicks down to the bottom of the jars. I like to use hot glue instead of the wick stickers. I've had nothing but issues when it comes to the stickers once the candle gets down to the very bottom of it. It tends to get too hot. There's a lot of problems. For me, using the Gorilla hot glue actually secures the wick at the bottom of the jar very well. A quick tip here is that in the order that the video is going is getting everything prepped, and then we're going to be melting our wax and all that kind of stuff. You really should start out by melting your wax first, or starting the melting process and then going through doing this prep work, because while that wax is melting, you'll be able to get your prep work done, and then things will flow a little bit easier. Otherwise, you're going to spend a lot of time on this, which is what happened to me this time around. But anyway, we are going to go ahead and get everything measured out. We're going to be measuring everything out in grams instead of ounces. The reason being is because grams is a lot more accurate when it comes to making these candles. It really helps when it comes to your hot throw and your cold throw on your candles. I typically keep my candles at about 8 to 8.5%. With the candles that we're making today, they are 9-ounce candles, or 255 grams. So to do the math for that, we're going to have 20 grams of fragrance oil and then 235 grams of wax for each candle. Now that I've got everything measured, we've melted it down, we're going to take our fragrance oil, pour it in, and mix it for 2 minutes. Want to make sure that you don't mix it vigorously. I mean, it shows that right now because we're in a time lapse. But be very gentle with your mixing, because that will cause issues once you go to pour if you mix it too hard. But 2 minutes is key here. So heat it to about 180-85 degrees, mix your fragrance oil for 2 minutes, and then we're going to let it sit and cool to about 150 degrees. Once it has cooled to about 150 degrees, maybe a little below, we're going to go ahead and start pouring these in. I do not measure the candles when I pour from candle to candle. I eyeball everything. I try and make sure that I get as even as possible throughout all of the candles. So that one pitcher that we had, the wax was all the way filled up, it had melted down, mixed it all up, poured that out for those 6 candles, and then we just repeat this process 2 more times to get the other 12 candles that we're going to be making for a total of 18. Once everything is poured, I let the candles sit overnight for about 24 hours to cool them down completely. Then I'll go through, I will trim the wicks off of them and take the centering tools off of there as well. We'll add on our lids, we'll add on our labels, we've got our product label that we'll add onto the front of it, and then we have our warning labels that must be added onto each of the candles on the bottom. And there you have it. We have made 18 candles, 6 of each scent for the start of our fall season. So if you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. Again, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get notified on when we upload videos. Also, don't forget to visit rptcandlecompany.com for the candles that you've seen here for sale, and use the code FALL25, FALL25, to receive a special discount for seeing this video to the end. Thanks everyone, and have a great day.